Welcome back to Echoes of the Wandering Inn, where the leveling never stops. I'm Geoff Lalonde.
And I'm Paul Morris.
And today we'll be talking about Chapter 16. But before we get going, please follow us on Instagram at Echoes of the Wandering Inn.
Because that's where you'll be able to contact us and see all our cool content.
And tell us all about how much you love us, right?
Yes.
Right? You guys love us?
We're the best.
I mean, you've listened at this point to 10 episodes. I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't.
You very least like our voices, if not our faces.
Follow us. Anyways, we're getting back into chapter 16. We are calling it an antithesis to death.
And rock.
That too. So this chapter starts off from a new perspective. We've never, I don't think.
We may briefly,
very briefly,
but mostly this is our first real alone chapter of Kill.
Yeah,
we've seen other ones where he's with Ralph, like they're gonna go to the end, but he's not talking to anyone. He's like having an inner monologue.
Yeah, and we learn so much in this episode, in this chapter. Chapter 16 of the audiobook does a lot of heavy lifting and explaining so much stuff, even if you don't think it's necessarily important, which, I mean, let's be honest, some of it isn't.
It's a lot of character building for Kilbikich, and then we get lore.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore, and it doesn't seem like it initially, but you immediately learn that the Antinium have historically not been well liked, especially in the city, and it took Kilb a long ass time,
10 years to be exact,
to really develop relationships with people
that aren't immediately hostile. And he talks about his name being Kilbikich, and people not being able to say it. Having a good nickname is having an affable nickname is ideal, which he is killed.
Yeah, he also ponders about whether or not he'll ever actually learn to smile like they did. Not with their lips, but genuinely smile, which is honestly really sad. It makes me really like this character a lot more, to know that his inability to smile is something that actually negatively affects his affects him.
Yeah, at very least it's crap. I can't smile at these people and make myself more affable to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kilb is talking to people, saying they're off duty, and it's oh hi. There was at one point he's talking to a female guard, a Knoll guard, and again it's a Knoll because how she speaks. Basically, he's done his shift, and he talks about how he should be going home, mm-hmm. and going to that one spot in the city where no one else goes, where only his kind goes. Mm-hmm. But he is going to be going to the inn to talk to the crazy human at the inn. And he doesn't even really know why, because she's not important. Because
it's not part of his duties as a guardsman. Relk, of course, refused to go, complaining that she was crazy.
She was crazy, and it's interesting. The interesting dynamic in this chapter is that Kilb is very logical. He's mm-hmm. very go here, do this. This is
very very Spock.
Yeah. Very all the Antinium are all very very.
Well, they're all autistic coded. So
yes. And he's trying to figure out why he wants to go there. Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's almost like Erin has this aura around her that makes people come to her and want to be her friend. And it could be her empathy, but he specifically says that he saw when she saw him,
mm-hmm.
she actually smiled at him, and there was no hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
And she never brought up the black tide, which we don't know what that is.
Yeah,
but
Yeah, and he does go on to say that she is possibly naive and that she's not that humans in general are not well liked in Lascaux, that she has no capital, social or economic. So like, why does he want to spend time with her and see her? And then all that flies out the window as soon as he sees black smoke pouring out the windows of the kitchen side of the inn.
And it's described how he uses his mobility of
Enhanced movement
from his guard class, and he sees goblins around the inn, like looking in at the what's going on, and he goes to like scatter them or try to kill them, and they run away.
Yeah.
And he talks about he thinks about, do I go in or do I wait for backup? And he's like, he talks about like putting his back against the wall, like da 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 da.
But the crazy thing is, we also, again, yet another piece of lore. He is the fourth in order of levels in the entire city of Lascaux.
Yes.
Meaning that in a city of tens of like maybe even hundreds of thousands of beings, he is the fourth highest level in the whole city.
I think he's the third best in fighting. And I caught this before as he's going towards the inn. He describes, even in his ruined form, he's still good at what he does. Which there's no other thing, but like that's a thing that Pirate Abba just like
a little flex, little sprinkle,
like
little salt bay.
Yeah, like what does this mean? I'll make you think about it for the next 4 days. Like, why did Kelp say he was ruined? He's fine.
It's fine. I'm fine. We're fine.
Everything's
it's fine.
Yeah, even in his ruined form, his eyes have been made to spot details at a distance. And Kilbegich noted that the door hung in pieces.
Mm-hmm. Now, as he is entering the inn, he does notice that there is 2 figures that lay on the ground in the kitchen. Because, of course, he goes right into the kitchen because that's where he sees the smoke billowing from. Yeah. And he notices that one was a goblin, but not just a goblin. It was a chieftain, a hobgoblin, a true danger and threat. And the other was a human girl. Both were lying still. The air smelled of smoke and oil, burnt flesh. And like he comments on the fact that hobgoblins are strong enough to wipe out a full team of silver rank adventurers.
Yeah.
So one hobgoblin is strong enough to wipe out a silver team, and this innkeeper girl with no fighting or martial classes
beat this goblin.
Well, potentially, because she is also on the floor unconscious at this point.
Yes, and we missed a little bit that Kale. He also knows that he should be calling for backup. He shouldn't be going in, but he wants to go in there.
Yeah, Erin's solstice mattered to Kilbegich more than assessing the threat at the moment.
Which, to him, for him to think that, it's odd.
Yeah.
As
for a rule follower.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Kilbegich is like a notorious rule follower. He's the one who signs Relk and him in and out because Relk doesn't do it right.
Yeah, so it's like he's very, it's like I might as well just do it. And so Kilb sees this and she's like, oh my shit.
Yep. Feeds her a healing potion, and then slowly but surely she ends up coming back to consciousness, and her wounds magically heal, a la Deus Ex Antinium.
Yeah. And again, Erin wakes up to the face of a bug, and she's like, Jesus!
She definitely was not expecting that. And finally, after she has gotten... I'm just going to say, she got rezzed. He says to her, she goes straight up, "You're not from this world, are you, Miss Solstice? I don't mean this country or even this continent. You're just not from here, are you?" And she goes, "No, I'm not." And he goes, "I thought as much." And they get into a really, really long conversation about how he figured it out. And he just starts listing off things like, well, you weren't necessarily too apt at keeping it a hidden secret. You were kind of super frickin' obvious about it, if I may be so blunt.
The clues that led me to this conclusion, out of your curiosity about levels, your mysterious arrival, this Michigan, this no nation recorded in any book or map, but most of all, this last moment, no human would weep for a goblin.
And she goes, no one? Really? What about drakes? And then he goes through and again, yet another lore drop. And he says, no human, no drake or knoll, Selfid, Doulahan, Beastkin, or any other creature from this world would. And she says, what about your people? He says, Antinium? We do not weep.
We do not weep.
Which, I mean, how sad.
I mean, could be fair. But they're all very autistic coded, so it's like...
What is this emotion?
Yeah.
So sudden and new.
So Erin's still always flabbergasted by the abilities of these healing potions. She's like, I'm not dead. That's great.
Yeah. And then, of course, Kilbakich had removed the hobgoblin chieftain from the inn, and she asks about it, and he says he basically totally dismembered it, chopped it up into bits and buried it out back because to prevent any rising in the future.
And then basically they have a conversation about the world.
Yeah, and I want before we get into that conversation though, he does offer to go out and handle the rest of the goblins, and she says without hesitation, no killing goblins, and I'm like, hypocrite,
right? No, hypocrite.
You just killed their leader, and now you want to say no killing goblins,
She doesn't want, but her rationale is that they likely will not come back.
Yeah.
Because I killed their boss.
Yeah.
And they're all weaker than him, so they have no recourse other than. But what he really think about it, they could all just jump her.
Yeah.
And just rip her apart.
Yeah, and she's like, they're vicious, they're evil monsters, they'd probably eat me if I could, and they're murderers. And Kilbakich goes ahead and he confirms this, and he's like, yeah, over a quarter of the death of travelers are because of goblins around Lascaux. And I'm like, a quarter of the deaths? A quarter? Like, I'm not expecting that there's a lot of deaths, but like, even if there's 10, even if there's 25, that means 5 people were killed by goblins.
Yeah. And it's like, so basically Kale agrees, because Erin calls herself a murderer, and it's like, you're not a murderer.
You're a self-defense wizard.
It's like, you're aware he was going to rip you apart, right? And it's just like, again, this is why I get frustrated with Erin, because like you're in this world where yes, these goblins are people, but they will kill you without regard. Mm-hmm. Should you not kill them to be merciful? Sure. But goblins have come after her.
This is the third time?
The fourth? Fifth?
It's the third time that they've attacked her at the inn. But it's the fourth or fifth time that she's been attacked by goblins.
Because like I think the red painted goblins at the beginning attacked her, and then they attacked her threw rocks at her.
Yeah.
And like there is no reason that could be logically given that she should have any love for a goblin.
And yet. But Kilbakich does relent, and he says, I will not kill goblins unless they attack me first. I will defend myself with lethal force if I have to.
Yeah.
And she says, okay, very well. Now, he does end up bringing the conversation back to leveling.
Yeah.
And so we are now explained the fact that of a few different facts about leveling. One, that there are skills that certain classes are basically guaranteed to get, and then there are certain there are certain skills that certain classes are basically guaranteed to get, but then there are also skills that certain people get based on situations and what they need.
And this is brought up because Erin talks to Kilb about getting the two skills, bar fighting and unerring throw, and it's like he's like, those are odd for the innkeeper class, but
not unheard of.
Not unheard of.
Now, Kilbakich does go on and explain the fact that Relk has a higher level in warrior than Kilbakich, but Kilbakich has a higher guardsman class than Relk, which is why Relk has detect guilt as a skill and Relk does not.
Yeah.
I think I said that right.
You didn't, but yes.
Yeah.
He has...
Kilbakich has detect guilt.
And
Relk does not.
Relk does not.
And
he also goes on to explain two of the warriors of the exact same class, say like they're both level 15, does not mean that they will both get the same skills as they level. Like, if like say you get sword master as one, and the other one would essentially you could get shield master. Like the skills are not even. Like even in the same level, it's always dependent on the person.
And then we get another lore drop about the Book of Levels. And this is the first time that we're hearing about this particular book. And apparently a quote from this book says, "All those that think, feel. And from feeling do we act. And it is action that we level. All those who think have a class, and it is in that class which we find destiny."
And Erin's just like, but who does it? Who made it? And Kilb just like, basically, it's just how we are.
Yeah, it's just how we live life. It is our truth of the world. And then asks her straight up, like, is yours not the same?
And she's like, no, we're not. It's stupid. Your stupid video game world is stupid. I hate your levels. I hate your world. I hate your city, and I hate you.
And then immediately is like, well, shit, fuck, that's my trauma talking. I don't actually hate you, Kilbakich. You're pretty cool. But I do hate your world and all of this leveling crap, and everyone else can just go to hell.
And he's like, well, Rear is pretty far, but okay.
And I quite frankly, Rear is mentioned now. I think this is the second time it's mentioned.
Twice or three times. Yeah.
But both of the time, like all the times that it's been mentioned, has been like horrible. In relation to hell.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I
think that was the other time. Was it during the?
It was
interlude?
No, it was I believe during the chat with Relk, Kilb, and Pisces.
Right, because
pretty sure
they were talking about Alice Garage.
Yes. And so finally, she encourages Kilbakich to leave, and he heads out for the night.
He begrudgingly, he's like you need to be protected. The goblins are going to come get you, and he's like, I'm fine. I just need to sleep. I just need to be alone.
Yeah. And then as soon as she's alone, like she goes through a lot of emotions all at once, and in my mind, I'm reading this as a bit of self-harm.
Yeah.
Like she just keeps whacking her head against the wall, trying to forget the face and the eyes of the goblin chieftain, like staring at her, and like the face meltiness of it.
Yeah.
And she's
just traumatized. Like even though she said that she's like, I'm not traumatized or whatever, or I'm not in shock. She's for sure in shock.
Oh my god.
Like,
she's more shocked than a toddler sticking a knife in an electrical socket.
Yeah.
Like that is that was not an easy thing for her to go through, man. Like anyways. So then finally we end up flipping back to Kilbakich as he's holding.
No.
Holding.
Before he leaves, he asks, why did the chieftain attack you?
Right. Yes, this is an important bit here.
Why did he attack you? And because normally leaders don't
Attack for no reason.
without provocation. And she says that because Ralk killed the 2 other goblins and deheaded them.
Deheaded them. Yep.
What?
They deadheaded them. Yeah.
Beheaded them. To cut their heads off. And then Ralk's like, Kelb's like does like the Arthur, like the Arthur meme where like you see his fist go like,
Yeah.
And then he leaves and goes back to the city.
So yeah, Kilbakich decides he takes the head of the he takes back proof of the dead hobgoblin to the city with him.
Yeah.
But before he goes into the Adventurers Guild, he has a little bit of a side quest. He decides to go to a bar,
frequented by drakes,
and essentially walks up to Relk, and Relk tries to be all buddy-buddy with him. He's like, hey, did you hear what this crazy frickin' human did? Oh my gosh. And then Kilbakich just fucking decks him.
But like full body, face, gut, like because Kale has 4 arms, so 2 fists.
Literally 2 of them are holding Relk's shoulders, and then the other 2 are punching his face and his
stomach.
gut.
Just like wham, puts him down. He tries to get up, hits him again, and then he goes and then just leaves. He doesn't say anything.
He does. He says, he says, good night to you. Please accept my apologies for the inconvenience.
Right.
I shall take my leave.
He doesn't say anything to Ralph.
But just to the room in general, he's like, hey guys, sorry about this, but I had some feelings I had to work through. I hope y'all have a good rest of your night.
And he leaves, and he's like, this will probably hurt the view of the Antinium and possibly the guard. But it was worth it. Yeah,
there's probably going to be consequences tomorrow, but I needed to do that for myself. And then he heads off to the Adventurers Guild to check on the bounty for that. Finally, the chapter ends with, even though the body had been removed, she still smelled burning flesh. She still felt her hands burning. She still heard the dying breath of the chieftain, and that she didn't sleep. She just kind of disassociated, listening to her breathing through the night. And that brings us to the end of chapter 16,
and leads us into chapter 17, which we are calling "No Killing Goblins,"
which I acknowledge we could have called that the chapter for the title for the last chapter, but as you'll see as we go through this chapter, I feel like this is really where she takes a stand, and she's absolutely for sure saying no killing goblins at all. It's not what I want. That's not what this inn is for at all. So we basically go through a montage of like a day and a half of her just totally.
I think it's more than that. I think it's 3 days, because she talks about not eating, and it's been like 3 days. So the first day is when Caleb comes and gives her the bounty. Mm-hmm. She finds it and sees the note that he wrote.
In a script, like, could you just imagine? Hang on, I'm just gonna briefly derail this thought train for a moment. He says in the postscript that he's not familiar writing in the human script.
Yeah,
and like, could you imagine like not knowing what it is that you're writing, or never having written it before, but writing in German to somebody?
Yeah, but you can speak German.
You can speak German totally fluently, but you don't really know how to write it. / you only write it like super, super rarely, and then like you're actually trying to like write out like Krakenwagen, and you're like, is that with a C or a K? Is the W a V? I don't know. Panic.
Basically saying that because of the goblin that she killed, she gets his money. Mm. So then Ralk comes by, tries to like see her, like, I'll kill those bastards, and basically she tells him no.
Yeah. And then Pisces comes by and says basically the same thing, and she takes a bit of a stronger approach with Pisces. She goes like, "If you kill them, I'll kill you."
Yeah.
And he's like,
Whoa. Okay.
I'm gonna take that as my cue to go.
And so it continues because she tells him not to kill the goblins. He took sausages, but she doesn't, because she's hungry. But
yes.
And then it goes away. Mm-hmm. And then it comes back. Because, oh no, you know what? I think we got this messed up. I think Ralph comes first and then Kilp comes.
Yeah, I mean, it does say that they all came by. And I think truthfully, they probably all came by several times.
Yeah. For a few, so here it is. But a few hours later, it came back and tore into her. Erin was wondering when she had last eaten. 2 days ago? Her stomach gurgled and begged. It was too much to cook, so she couldn't eat meat because.
Yeah, that's deep fried heads and all.
Yeah. And she's basically just like a shell of herself, and just wandering around. And then she can't take it anymore, and she goes to go get blue fruits.
Yeah, and walking is hard, guys. Like, Erin is just so... I think she's so just dissociated still. She's also weak because she hasn't been eating. But she does end up walking to the blue fruit orchard. She ends up eating 5 blue fruits in quick succession and then throws them off. And then eats another one to clear the taste. And then whacks her head some more off the tree.
Yep.
And then, believe it or not, who would show up to the... Oh, hang on.
But before that, she looks at the blue fruits.
Yes, and she does. I think she briefly has a moment of
contemplation on self-harming herself.
Yeah.
And eating the poison. Like, how would it die? How would it feel to die from poison?
Probably not great.
Probably not great. Painful way to die.
Yeah.
To quote a little green person, foaming mouth death.
Yes. Yeah.
So she thumps her head against the tree, and then she saw the goblins.
Yeah, which honestly, the way the goblins are described in this chapter, I feel is different. It's like now when she's looking at them, she sees that they're slow. She caught a glimpse of them with ragged clothes, super thin bodies, and that they looked like starving children or refugees from a war. Not like monsters, except for the teeth and red eyes. And then that gave Erin an idea. And that is, honestly, that's the whole story. Erin had an idea.
Yeah.
Also, most of them are terrible ideas, according to everyone else. But, it is what it be.
I think we missed a part, and I don't remember where it is. But at one point during those days, she has a knock on her door. She opens the door, and it's a friggin' rock crab.
That's coming up still.
Is it? I thought it was before the goblins.
Oh, maybe perhaps. Where's the knock knock? Oh, yeah, there it is. She heard thumping. Someone was at the door. Kilbikich made sure that it was fixed. And the rock crab clicked and sniped at her.
And she just screams at it.
And then it literally ran away because she was screaming so much.
But she hit it with something, didn't she? She punched it. She punched it in the face.
Did she punch it? Oh, she smashed it with a chair.
Yes.
She's really taken use of that bar fighting skill,
fighting,
right?
She thinks she's a professional wrestler. But, yes, at some point in this chapter, she fist fights a rock crab, essentially, and makes the dino birds run away.
Yeah, and then we basically, for the rest of the chapter, it is Erin slowly but surely
figuring out, coming back to herself.
Yes.
And she decides something. And she, beyond the craziest thing of all time, asks the goblins to come eat at her friggin' inn.
And then not only does she ask them to come in to eat her at her inn, but she chastises them for trying to eat with their hands and forces them to eat properly with a fork because we are not heathens here.
Yeah, and she comes back her charm, her wit, and her charm comes back. Like her Erin-ness comes back, where before she was like on autopilot.
Yeah, and she does say to them, she's like, "Look, guys, your first meal here is on the house. It's free. You don't have to pay." It didn't stop them from trying to pay.
It was so cute. Like I know these are little demon bastards from hell, and they're all like, like a little huddle, like trying to find their money. And like, how much money do we have? Do you want these 3 silver coins?
And like, and it's described at one point that she tried to encourage somebody to eat with a fork, and of course they're not necessarily the best with that, so they drop food on the table, and the goblin freezes and books it out the door because he's just terrified of the potential chastisement. And Erin just starts like laughing her feet off, like literally. It was a good laugh, and it made the world right again. It exploded out of her chest.
Yeah.
And I like, you know when you're going through it and you have that like really, really good belly laugh. Like, I feel like it's those moments that just add that moment of levity back to your life where you can like start to deal with shit again.
Yeah, like if you're not going to process it, you can try to forget it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we basically end the chapter with Erin putting her head on the table and falling the fuck to sleep.
Yeah. And that is where we are going to end this episode of Echoes of the Wandering Inn. Don't
forget to follow us on Instagram.
Yes, Echoes of the Wandering Inn on Instagram. I am Geoff Lalonde.
I am Paul Morris.
And keep leveling.